Sound strategy, JR.
Yes, aggressive. Got the first shot in. Anybody's been in a few street fights can tell you that getting that first shot in is a pretty good piece of business. Crowd's not too crazy about the early assault, but not a hell of a lot they can do about it right now.
No, but NAULA has forged her own way here. I mean, she's talked down to the fans. She feels she's due respect. And you get what you ask for, really.
HIKARU SHIDA, though, charging in for that shoulder tackle. NAULA barely budged an inch.
SHIDA's fearless. She's not going to be intimidated by this the awesome presence of the AEW Women's Champion.
Oh!
So it brings power and then more power to her process.
Clubbing clothesline there from Nyla Rose, decking HIKARU SHIDA. Nyla now showing off her strength advantage. A standing leg drop.
Not a very athletic. Got kind of a modified, funky kind of a cover there that didn't find her a payday.
We saw SHIDA desperately struggling to get out of that pinning predicament. But now she's in trouble as B. Priestley tags, and Priestley ratcheting up the aggression here.
Watch Priestley is snapping those forearm shots right across the spine off with a lot of stiffness.
Yeah, she was laying them in, you're right. And SHIDA just down in a heap in the corner. You know, I said earlier, you get what you ask for from the fans. And as fans, you may be asking, where can I get all the great merchandise in AEW? Very simply, shop AEW.com. Wear what the AEW World Champion wears. By the way, you're going to be talking to the World Champion.
I am. I had a chance to talk to John Moxley this morning. Boy, Priestley's impressive. He's really impressive.
Yes, she is.
I talked to Mox this morning. He's not allowed to be at the arena by medical staff. They said, you're forbidden. So I don't think you'll enjoy what he's got to say. It's Mox. It's Mox being Mox.
That's what it is.
Yep.
You know, Excalibur, you said that B. Priestley had been wrestling in Japan. This is the first time we've seen her.
1, 2.
Since the 11th of December here on Dynamite. Boy, she's improved. A great deal.
She is a student of the game. She has some of the best training partners in the world in Japan. And every time you see her, you see a new B. Priestley and a more intense B. Priestley. Oh, God.
We've seen a lot of tag team combinations in the women's division, but I've not been more impressed with any of them more than I am with Nyla Rose and B. Priestley.
Aggression, power, attitude, strength.
And they're doing really well against the number 1 and number 3 ranked contenders for the women's title. That's big time company.
Big vertical suplex there by Nyla Rose. She covers, hooks the far leg. 1, 2. No, SHIDA able to kick out.
You know, Nyla is still working her fundamentals. She's winning matches because she's bigger and stronger and more powerful and intense. But she's still working her fundamentals because that last situation could have been a pin. Well, folks, this tag match is going to continue. I know you're going to stay with us right here in picture because we're not going anywhere.
Blind tag there by Priestley, but she made it over. SHIDA made it over the corner, tagging Statlander. Drop kick from KRIS Statlander. B. Priestley catches the thunderous right roundhouse.
Boy, Statlander is just so agile
and strong.
And now Statlander charging into the corner. A running uppercut. Puts on the brakes right before getting in the face of Nyla.
She was taunting Nyla there. That might not be a great idea.
And now plants B. Priestley. Hooks the leg. 2. No.
It takes a lot of strength to be able to control another human being in that body slam position. Twisting and turning before delivering. Very impressive by Statlander.
And we saw Statlander was one of the few people in an AEW ring that was able to match Nyla Rose's power back at Revolution. But, Soulbutt to Statlander had her staggered. Ducks the lariat attempt, and now KRIS Statlander taking a trip to your neighborhood, JR.
Oh, the old Denny Hodge inspired Oklahoma roll.
Disorienting B. Priestley.
I actually think Leroy McGirt did before Hodge.
Now in the pin. 1, 2. No. Very close.
I'm shocked she didn't win it with that one.
Priestley very dizzy. Ducks under the clothesline attempt.
No counter. Look at the counter here. Head scissors.
And Priestley with those legs scissors. She has her ankle behind her knee. Now wrenching on the right arm of Statlander while putting pressure on the head and neck.
Knox right there to find out in a timely way
Statlander using her leg power to get out of it. Just.
Oh, and Priestley just wrenches in once again.
The very impressive BEA Priestley making a great counter on the powerhouse KRIS Statlander. Sure, many of you saw it in picture-in-picture. We think you were enjoying that.
And you can see Statlander with that vice-like grip, their ankle behind her knee.
Priestley's use of her legs is impressive as hell.
But Statlander finally able to fight her way free, but not able to get anywhere near her corner to tag out to HIKARU SHIDA.
Let's assess the collateral damage here of that last offensive exchange. Who's going to fare the better? Who's going to come out with a little bit of momentum? A little misdirection there by Priestley.
Priestley coming off the ropes. Statlander stops her in her tracks. And now Statlander using her power and driving down BEA Priestley to a backbreaker.
Well, as they said years ago, you got to dance with what brung you. And what brung Statlander here is power and strength. We saw it in full bloom just a moment ago.
There you go. I thought they should have made a tag sooner, but they're got her all laid out here now. Don't forget, we have a big six-man tag team match.
Where's this?
Still to come.
Whoa!
Teamwork. Knox have got to get control here.
Boy, the world champ is livid.
There's a cover.
Oh,
did he get three?
Perilously close. I think had Nyla Rose not distracted Rick Knox, that might have been it. And now BEA Priestley, though, fighting her way free. These two women exchanging rights in the center of the ring. Right elbows and right feet. Oh!
Man, that was calculated. And then a return.
Well timed, both of them.
Return to sender.
Whoa!
Release German suplex, but SHIDA. Oh, the running knee strike to the back of the head of Priestley.
Man, Priestley needs to make a tag. She's as close as she might get. SHIDA's in trouble too.
Priestley very, very close to being able to make a tag here, just to raise up. There you go.
And if they tag, this could be the first. Oh,
Here comes the champ. And she is stalking SHIDA.
NAULA imposing her will, her intimidation, her lack of fear and respect for not only the fans, but her opponents as well.
And she's got, as you've mentioned, JR, the number 1 and number 3 contenders to her crown on the other side. So if she can drive them down, it can only help her in the long run.
We've seen Nyla use this before. This guillotine knee drop on her opponent.
This is so scary.
Is it really necessary?
Oh! I think Statlander pulled SHIDA free.
That was great teamwork if it happened.
Well, NAULA also landed on her feet.
And SHIDA, missile drop kick.
On the knee. She went for the legs to take her legs out of.
And oh!
Double shot.
Tandem offense there.
Bartender, give me a
Power.
double.
2. Oh! You can't order a double in this state, JR. I tried.
I know.
Now SHIDA picking Nyla up. Looking for the brainbuster. But, oh, the step-up Enziguri has Nyla Rose rattled once again.
The last good strike's going to win this.
Oh, my God.
Power, power, power.
What power?
1, 2, no!
Oh, Priestley saves the day there.
She sure did. That was on target, that kick.
And Priestley gets dumped out like the rubbish from Statlander.
How about that pickup by SHIDA?
Oh, just decked by Nyla Rose.
The old cliche is knocking her for a loop, and that's exactly what we saw.
Nyla barking orders to BEA Priestley. Got SHIDA up in the corner.
There you go. Fight out of it.
Oh!
Counter. Taking down the champion.
And now, superplex. No!
Oh! A truck just ran over SHIDA. No, wait.
Thunderous spear, and now the beast bomb. 1, 2, 3.
winners of this match, the team of